everyone, I'm Zakiatur Rahmah with NPM 2021-22-055 with my partner Eki Rizkia Maulida with NPM 2021-22-042. We would like to explain about informative speech. Let's move to the next slide. Table of our material. There are 5 points. The first, define and the aim of informative speech. Second, the strategies or approaches for defining information are available to the informative speech speaker. The third, the ways a speaker helps the audience comprehend the message. The fourth, kinds of subject matter that can be addressed in an informative speech. And the last one, some key points to keep in mind while creating an informative speech. Let's move to the next slide. Define and the aim of informative speech. There are who knows what is informative speech? Okay, an informative speech is one that intends to educate the audience on a particular topic. That means an informative speech providing knowledge, especially useful or interesting information. Unlike persuasive speeches, an informative speech relies less on pathos and more communicating information. Then, who knows what the aim is? Okay, an informative speech is one that aims to inform the audience about a given topic. That means, the details need to be laid before the audience, so that they can make an educated decision or learn about the subject they are interested in. The topics covered in informative speech should help the audience to understand a better topic and to remember what they learned later. So, the main goal of an informative speech is to provide enlightenment regarding a specific topic the audience knows nothing about. Let's move to the next slide. Conclusion. An informative speech is one that intends to educate the audience on a particular topic, to provide enlightenment regarding a specific topic the audience knows nothing about. That means an informative speech providing knowledge, especially useful or interesting information. And the topics covered in an informative speech should help the audience to understand a subject better and to remember what they learned later. Let's move to the next slide. The strategies or approaches for defining information are available to the informative speech speaker. There are 4 points of the strategies or approaches for defining information are available to the informative speech speaker. First, definition speech describes a concept or theory about a topic. A definition speech explains the meaning, theory, philosophy, a specific topic that the audience likely doesn't know much about. The topic may be general, such as a sport, or highly specific, like a particular person. And the main goal of this speech is to educate the audience so that they understand the main points regarding this subject. Second, descriptive speech. A descriptive speech creates accurate mental image in the audience mind of a particular person, place, or thing. A descriptive speech creates a vivid picture in a person's mind regarding an object, person, animal, or place. Third, demonstrative speech describes how to perform an action. Demonstrative speech explains how to do something. Can use visual for show to the audience. Visualization helps the audience retain what each step looks like, increasing the likelihood that they will retain the overall information to the speech. The last one, explanatory speech, explain the state of a topic. As an example, Consider the types of speeches that are given at industry conferences. The goals of these speeches for the speaker to inform the audience on a particular part of an industry. Commonly, this will also utilize visualization that give the audience visual representation of the particular data or statistic contained in the speech. Let's move to the next slide. Speech strategy. Definition speech strategy. There are 6 points. First, you must master the topic. Second, you must know the educational background of the audience. Third, determine the purpose of the speech, where it will focus. Fourth, you must grab the audiences. Fifth, start with a general definition of the object and then explain the main idea. And the last one, you can use visual aids to make the definition clearer, strengthen the concept, grab the audience's attention. Next, descriptive speech strategy. There are 4 points. First, plan your speech stating who or what you will describe. Second, provide a lively experience to your audience. Third, write a first draft of your speech using descriptive words. And the last one, before starting, revise your speech by showing the details. Next, demonstration speech strategy. There are 3 points. First, select a specific topic. Second, consider who your audience is. And the last one, you must use visual aids so that the audience can understand your speech. And the last one, explanatory speech. An explanatory speech is similar to the descriptive speech. They both share the function of clarifying the topic. But explanatory speech is explain, describe, and inform the audience about a given topic by focusing on the how and why, rather than just telling the audience about the subject. And I find explanatory speech strategy. First, choosing a topic. Second, gather information. Third, organize the information. Fourth, why does it matter? Fifth, the course of knowledge. Sixth, the right way. And the last one, summarize. From me, that's enough. The material will be continued by my partner.
I will continue the presentation about the ways a speaker helps the audience comprehend a message. Okay, there are 3 ways for a speaker to help the audience comprehend the message, including first is read feedback cues. The second one is hold the audience attention, and the last one is maximize understanding. The first one is read feedback cues. Feedback is the response that listener provide to the sender of the message. And there are 3 kinds of feedback. For the first is verbal feedback, the second one is non-verbal feedback, and the last one is feedback electronically captured from large or remote audience. However, much of non-verbal feedback can be unconscious physically. Body language can provide a feedback for you. In verbal feedback, during the speech you may solicit feedback from the audience by asking simple questions. The feedback from the audience is then sent back to your computer and processed by the audience response software. The second one is hold the audience attention. Hold the audience attention. Consider their readiness to perceive the selection of stimuli and how to maintain current awareness. The speaker does this with the opening in the first 25 to 30 sections. And the last one is maximize the understanding. To maximize the understanding, use general rhetorical strategies and other approaches that build upon the audience's prior experiences. Direct with attention to what is important through use of voice, body, or gesture. You can try to challenge the audience with an inquiry to stimulating thinking or stimulate the audience's imagination or take them on a fantasy journey that stimulates the different sense. We depend on the use of words applied in various rhetorical strategies to exchange understandings. Then, you can apply prior knowledge of the audience to use the right vocabulary to make comparisons with things familiar to them. And to increase understanding during a speech, you can take the perspective of the audience to restate ideas. The next slide, I would like to explain about kinds of subject matter that can be addressed in an informative speech. There are 6 kinds of subject matter that can be addressed in an informative speech. What are they? 1. Object or phenomenon. 2. People. 3. Current or historical events. 4. Processes. 5. Concept. And the last one is issues. The first one, object or phenomenon. Digital cameras define and describe object or phenomena. The second one is people. Describe the person or group, explain their significance. The third one is current or historical events. Use description to paint a vivid picture, analyze the events. The fourth is processes. If physically showing a physical process, rely on demonstration. The fifth is concepts. Offer multiple definitions, use analogize, discuss underlying processes or causes. And the last one is issues. Focus on description and explanation. Avoid advocating one position versus another. In the next slide, I would like to explain about steps for writing an informative speech, and I have 5 steps for writing an informative speech. What are they? The first one is choose a precise topic. The second one is draft an effective thesis statement. The third one is consider your crowd. The fourth is start your outline. And the last one is end with a call to action. The first one is choose a precise topic. By precise, we mean if there's any way to take a more generalized topic. For example, you could inform the audience on history of yoga, or you could inform the audience a particular of yoga, and so on. Second one is draft an effective thesis statement. With your topic of interest, it's time for you to draft a thesis statement. If you have done it right, your thesis statement will summarize the entirety of your speech in one concise sentence. The third one is consider your crowd. This one may seem like common sense, but it's more than just choosing a right topic. You also want to write an informative speech with language that's simple. Try to forego too many complex terms or inflate language when simple terms will do. The fourth is start your outline. Armed with your thesis statement and a clear vision with your crowd. And the last one is end with a call to action. Why? Because most articles and essays end with a call to action. An informative essay, of course, different with a persuasive essay. But if your topic is interesting enough, it will naturally entice the audience to want to learn more. Okay, and in this slide, I would like to remind you that there are 4 main types of informative speech. What are they? The first one is descriptive speech. The speeches help the audience to develop specific images and understanding of particular people, place, or things. Second one is demonstrative. The speeches describe how to perform a specific action. The third one is explanation speech. The speeches explain about the topic. The last one is definition speech. This type of speech will require a more in-depth topic. We think that's all of our presentation in this occasion, and we are sorry if there are mistakes. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.